This is Danica, and I build WordPress membership site. This part 2 video, we're still looking at this demo site. Now, I've showed you the front end of this website. Again, it's using BuddyBoss, LearnDash, JetEngine, Memberium, and of course Elementor Pro. But I also want to show you the back-end side of this website and how it works, especially with the JetEngine, because I'm sure if you have watched my previous video with LearnDash, you're already familiar with it. But if you have any question, please comment that down below. Also, I would appreciate if you subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification button so that I get you notified whenever I post videos like this. So let's get started. Now, the back end of this website, other than the LearnDash, if we check here, we have different kinds of custom post type. We have the machine demo, webinars, live stream, and VSC replay. We're also using some GamiPress here, which more on that later. But I wanna show you the JetEngine side because I think it's really cool. First is I want to show you example this one. So if I mark this complete, this actually gets recorded to the members side profile. Though it's very simple, but it does kind of similar to what LearnDash could do. So example, in LearnDash side, if I mark this complete, so I have the prepping complete, and if I go to my users here, so if I open my profile, even though I'm an admin, it's gonna be exactly the same for your members. But if I go here, as you can see, LearnDash, this is LearnDash stuff, what access I have. And also, you could see my progress here. LearnDash has a very detailed progress info on the back end. So as you can see, it says completed 3 out of 13 steps and so on. And this one, if we check the details, you could actually see which lesson I have completed. Now, I haven't figured this out with JetEngine yet, how to do exactly the same, but I kind of tried to mimic that. So I have used the relationship functionality of JetEngine so that I could still log and record which webinars they have completed. Now, this says children webinars, but I'm actually gonna rename that later. It's gonna says completed webinars, and these are the completed webinars that I have. So when I have example, if this one is not yet here, if I mark this off and do this, oops, we need to refresh. So you can see it's now in here. So it's recorded, it's attached to your members. So it's really cool. Now, if you have check the Kelly's BC Mom videos, that also has a mark complete functionality. But that one is using the data stores of JetEngine. Now, data stores functionality in JetEngine is a really cool functionality. You could create the favorite, mark favorite item, the recently reviewed, and so on. But the way it stores the data, these are the information. So example, you could store it in cookies, you could do a session. So the thing with cookies is it will disappear after clearing the cache data. The session is it will be stored only until the user ends sessions on the server. So once the example exit to your site, the data will be removed. User metadata information will be stored in the user's metadata. This option is available only to authorized user because they actually have the option to save metadata on your website in the local storage. I think the metadata is going to be my go-to thing, but I did not use this because I want to be able to see, like if I go to the members, I want to really see which one they have completed, and I want to see that data here. So that's why I have taken an advantage on the relationship functionality of JetEngine. So relations. So that's how this mark complete button works, the one that I showed you earlier. So let's just open this one. Now this is actually a form, Jet form. And what it does, it's a very simple one. It only creates a relation to the users for this post type. That's it. But since it's a form, you could actually like send a notification email to your members. And I think that's very cool. Example, if they mark this complete, you may want to send them the congratulations for completing this webinar, and maybe promote something or maybe guide them to the next step. I think it's really cool. Next, if we go to the single post, I want to show you how, example here, there's no mark complete status, right? And then, well, in here, we have the complete status. So this is the template that I have. And for me, if you are gonna look at your template, it's much easier to do and open the navigator. I'm just gonna have that ready. But example, the status complete, this one, it's actually a simple heading. You could also use some listing with some icon if you want to have a check mark. But on the advanced, I want to show you this because I'm actually like showing this element only if they have my condition here. And my condition is they should be related to the relations that I have set up. So it's very cool. So if what it means is if the login member has marked this complete, which means it will show in here, then show this message. So if this post type is in here in the list, then show this message. That's actually what it means. And of course, exactly similar but opposite to what we have for the mark. Instead of showing, it says hide element, but it's exactly the same rule to what we have in here. The same with the sidebar navigation. If we check this in the listing item with JetEngine, there's actually two things going on. And first is the design for if it's not yet marked complete, which is this one. And then this design once they have marked it complete. Now the rule is exactly the same to this one because we're only showing this part if they have that relation existing. So it's exactly similar. It's not complicated, but we're taking advantage of the relation that we have created, which is really the key here. So if they are related and if the list, if the relation exists, if the list is in here, then we're using that rule all over the place, as you can see, which is again really cool and really simple, direct to the point setup. This is a very simple example actually, but just imagine if you like need to do lots of stuff or maybe different stuff than this. Maybe you want to put some lock indicator, you could also do that. So 3 status or maybe an in progress, and you could even like put some tooltip, something like that, if you want to. Like example, if they hover this, there's some message that will show up. Another thing that I missed is the breadcrumbs. So again, if your user or member is logged in, you want to make sure that it's very easy to navigate. Now with BodyBoss, you could hide and show the sidebar, right? So what if it's just this view that they have? How will they like recognize that these are the webinars other than the highlight? Is of course, you could add the breadcrumbs here. So in terms of the breadcrumbs, this is JetEngine, part of the JetEngine plugins. I think it's Jet Elements, and they have this breadcrumbs. I think, let me just check. Yep, Elementor Pro does not include the breadcrumbs. So I think other plugins like Essential Add-on does have that. But if you are like using JetEngine, I highly suggest you use the breadcrumbs to improve the navigation and guide in your membership site. So I have some stuff here, in some next and previous links at the bottom. But other than that, I also can search easily on the side. Like example, I only want to work on projects. Could do that, and then I could also go back to the webinars and just search from here. So I hope this video helps, and I hope I'm able to demonstrate how powerful JetEngine could be. Also, how powerful, like what's the difference with the using LearnDash if you decide you need it, and what's also the difference when you're just using JetEngine. And I think, in my opinion, it's really more on the details here, because of course LearnDash has built their platform for all LMS sites, so they have this data available for you. But if you think JetEngine is enough, which I think could be in lots of ways, then you also have that data here. You could still see what they've completed. It's just more organized and more group details with LearnDash, because you could see that these are the courses, and you could see that these are your lessons. You could even see if you have like topics underneath each lessons, then it will also show that in here. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any question in terms of how things set up for the site, please comment that down below, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. And I have this different requests in the comment section, which I will be recording soon. So I'm reading your comments and appreciate your support. Please subscribe if you think this video is helpful, and hit that notification bell. And yep, thank you. I'll see you in the next one.